to wake up in the morning to the quiet of the cove and hear Aunt Bessie talking to herself, and to hear poor Uncle John mumbling wishes to O'Nell. It made me feel like everything was fine. I was born down by the water, it's here I'm gonna stay. I've searched for all the reasons why I should go away, but I haven't got the thirst for all those modern day toys, so I'll just take my chances with those saltwater joys. Following a little brook as it trickles to the shore in the autumn when the trees are flaming red, kicking leaves that fall around me, watching sunset paint the hills. It's all I'll ever need to feel at home. This island that we cling to has been handed down with pride by folks who fought to live here, taking hardships all in stride. So I'll compliment her beauty, hold on to my goodbyes, and I'll stay and take my chances with those saltwater joys. How can I leave those mornings with the sunrise on the cove and the gulls like flies surrounding Clayton's wharf? Platter's Island wrapped in rainbow in the evening after fog. The ocean smells are perfume to my soul. Some go to where the buildings reach to meet the clouds, where warm and gentle people turn to swarming faceless crowds. So I'll do without their riches, glamour and the noise, and I'll stay and take my chances with those saltwater toys. Some go to where the buildings reach to meet the clouds, where warm and gentle people turn to swarming faceless crowds. So I'll do without their riches, glamour and the noise, and I'll stay and take my chances with those saltwater joys.
Good evening and welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight, our stories include seniors visit from Mount Pearl, the torch run, school closing. These stories coming up after this.
Remembering is difficult, but even more difficult if you have Alzheimer's disease, a disease that affects the brain, erases memory, and eventually takes life. The Alzheimer's Society is fighting back. It provides support, information, and funds research into finding the cause and a cure. Until then, remember this.
On Monday night, the Lions Club played host to a group of seniors who traveled from St. John's, Mount Pearl area, touring the province. There were 25 seniors who are a part of a seniors club in their area. They were served a hot beef supper with trifle for dessert. After lunch, they were entertained by local musicians. Some of the seniors were a part of a line dancing. It is hoped that viewing this will encourage the community here to develop a 50-plus seniors club in Burgeo, which is about the only community that doesn't have one. More of the entertainment section of this night will be shown at a later date.
First thing, I'm wearing two hats here tonight, I guess, right? And the first one I'm wearing, I guess, is the 50s Lost Club from Mount Pearl. It's a pleasure for us to be here and enjoy the beautiful evening that we'll have for us. One thing I got to say, we were at our brochure and our watched our winter courses, these are really cool. we read the book and I think it said turkey and I don't know how many of them was. We enjoyed the whole thing. I guess those of you going down there will enjoy it more.
That's probably the mistake.
It's lots of to you, livestock of Virgil, and thanks for having us here tonight. And we want to give them a hand. And the other hand of this on here is on the line. Our past president, St. John's Black Club, I was president for 2 terms. And I'd like to next president. I'd like to bring greetings from our club, St. John's Black Club, and I've probably already met Lineberg Gowdy from our club here with us tonight. And on behalf of Lineberg, myself, and our president, Samuel Jr., I'd like to bring greetings from our club to your club and wish you all success in your next 35 years. I think you got 35 now or something. I wish you all success in the next 35 years. And on the way over, coming from St. John's to here, probably you've heard that was the RNC were doing a bike ride across the aisle from Portabash to St. John's for different causes. We took up a section on those, and the time we see the bikers, they were shot past, so we never had a chance to really stop to get it and donate to. I've got so much money out of a plastic bag, and it was, don't know how much it is, it could be $10, it could be 20, it could be 30. And I thanks to all of our members here tonight. Is it all right if I donate it to your dog? And you do what you like to whatever cause that you have. And we'll give that to you later on when I get up here. Thanks for having us. We've had one.
I'd say thank you very much, Lion Parsons. We're very pleased to have you there today. I said that one have it all in Ryan Cook. He called and asked if they would cater to 25 seniors from Amsterdam, Metro, living in May area.
Oh, poor old Nancy Riley, she has taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. And it's off each morning to the pub, and she goes in for another little drop from the heart. All around is Dicey Riley. As she wants next in the stream with the window and the day, and needs a voice of her hill and has a book stone. She says it's nearly a half from this way, and for a little one for the heart. All around is Dicey Riley. Oh, poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. And it's off each morning to the pub that she goes in for another little drop for the harder. All around is Dicey Riley. When the pubs goes out, she goes as happy as a lark. She'll find a bench, just leave it all down at St. Patrick's Park. She'll take a bite, put it in the bin. It's time for a little drink for the heart. All around is Dicey Riley. Well, poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. And it's up each morning to the pub that she goes in for another little drop for the heart. All around is Dicey Riley. She goes in for another little rock, but the harder all around is we're on the bed and then turn off the light. Late night filming the makes sense. Time for another drink, the heart all around is Dicey Riley. Oh, poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. And something for him with the pub as she goes in for a little drop of the heart. All around is Dicey Riley.
Wednesday, the RCMP held its annual torch run. There were 15 participants in the run, and a total of $325 was raised in pledges. The run, walk, or bike started from the RCMP office and continued around town. The day was a beautiful day for it, with the temperature reaching up to 20 degrees.
You can go that way too. Yeah, we'll do that.
Your dad's gonna probably beat it up. No, she's part of the Get the camera's on.
Burgeo Academy closed Friday for the summer holidays. In the morning, an assembly was held in the gym for students from kindergarten to grade 6 to receive their diplomas, report cards, and awards.
Kindergarten's already had their graduation this year, so they've already got their certificates and their diplomas for passing grade kindergarten. So what we're going to do now is basically just tell you who got perfect attendance in our class this year. And there was only one person who didn't miss any days of school, and that person is Abigail Courtney. Now, there were 3 people who I would like to give honorable mention to, and these people only missed 1 day of school, even though there was lots of sickness this year. They only missed 1 day, and that person, the first person is Jordan Barter. Brittany Strickland. Strickland. Next, we're going to give out their report cards, and we're going to give each of them a little bag that says, "Have a great summer," and I already explained to the children what was inside the bag. There's a little gift in there for them for the summer, but there's something special in there, and that is a postcard with a stamp on it. And over the summer, they have to write me a note telling me about their summer holidays. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to hear from you. So Mr. Penny will present that to you in just a minute. Jordan Barter. Taylor Benight. Brady Bobbitt. Abigail Courtney. Kiana Domney. Adam Earl. Joshua McDonald. Kaylin Mercer. Matthew Parsons. Brendan Pink. Nicole Skinner. Brittany Strickland. Brooke Strickland. And Shannon Young.
I'm going to start with Chandler, since he's my first one on my list in alphabetical order. And if you ask this boy any word, I bet even some of the grade 6s could be stumped by this boy's spelling. So Chandler is definitely going to get my spelling award. Cheyenne Bobbitt, Mrs. Batcher. Boy, oh boy, when you get this girl's journal next year, she's definitely going to get my journal writing award. Now, next I have my dancer. Mrs. Barter told me that Melissa Compton is definitely her music student, so Melissa is going to have our music award. And the next girl, this one should come as no surprise, because her mom is Irene Batcher, so she's going to get our phys ed award. Mackenzie McDonald, I'd like to know who she gets this skill from, and that is for story writing. She's definitely a wonderful story writer, and I hope you continue it next year, and you have a great imagination. And Matthew Mead. Mom, you don't want to say anything you don't want him to repeat at home. Everything. He's got the best ears of the bunch. He is my listener. If I forget what I just said, I just say, "Matthew, what did I say?" And he can give it back to me word for word. It's not always good things sometimes. So he's definitely my listening award. Now the next girl, well, her mom and dad know all about this. But this girl had a little bit of difficulty reading. But boy, give her any book now and she can read like a trooper. Shelby Mercer gets our most improved in grade 1 award. She also had perfect attendance, which was even better than me because I didn't have perfect attendance this year. Now, Danica, I think her mom is going to take credit for this. She definitely is my best printer. She gets our printing award in grade 1. And I don't think I could say anything differently for Julie, because if I did, I'd have about 1,500 people in St. John's growling at me. Since she won a contest, she's got to be my artist. So she gets our art award, and Miss Windsor also said she gets the French award as well. Now, the next girl, she won our top points in grade 1 for AR. And every time I tried to find her, I could never find her face. It was hidden behind a book. I think she's trying to catch up to Carrie Tucker up in grade 3-4. And that's Sheridan Sibley, and she definitely gets our reading award in grade 1. She also had perfect attendance. Now, if I couldn't find something, which is kind of often, Sarah Spencer would find it for me. She was definitely my helper. I had several helpers, but Sarah was definitely my helper. I always told her she ran on 47 batteries because she could run circles around me. She also only missed a half a day of school, so she's got an honorable mention for her attendance. And this boy, on his way to Toronto, I told him I'm going in a suitcase. He doesn't believe me. When he tries to lift the suitcase, he'll find out. But don't have to worry about his money, because he's got our math award for grade 1. Don't try to fool him with money. He knows his numbers like you do not believe. So I'd like you to give a big round of applause for my boy. Grade 2s, and I've done the same thing with the grade 2s as I did with the grade 1s. And I'm going to start with Zachary. When I run out of energy, I'm going to come up and zap into his energy. This is the most energetic boy I got, I think. And just like Sarah, he can run circles around his teacher. Madison Cox makes her printing book look like it's done by a typewriter, or a computer, I guess would be the term today. And Madison definitely gets my printing award. And BJ. Well, BJ is definitely my most improved student. You should hear this boy read his words now. It's pretty amazing. So BJ gets my most improved grade 2 award. Brandon Ingram went neck and neck for Sheridan Sibley for points all year. Boy, oh boy. One month Sheridan was ahead, the next month Brandon was ahead, just like a horse race. So Brandon is definitely gets my reading award in grade 2. Because he, just like Sheridan, he was behind the book all the time. And he also had perfect attendance. Now, where's Dina's mom? I'm sending my boy down to your house. Because this girl likes everything, eats everything, and she eats really healthy, so she definitely gets my health award. And Corey Mullins, other than being our dinosaur expert, which we know he is, he's our scientist. He gets our science award this year. And Dawson needs to start writing down some of his creative thoughts because, oh boy, can he ever come up with it. Mom, you must have your charmed. Dawson gets my creative award. And Amber Strickland, well, Amber can settle just about any argument, I think. She says she's going to be a geologist when she grows up. So Ira Thomas is going to have to be in trouble. That's the lady that found diamonds in the Northwest Territories. But I thought Amber should get our United Nations Award because I said the United Nations are going to need more good minds like hers. She also gets the Math Award from Mrs. Rose. And she was tied for the Math Award with my last but not least girl, who was Lindsay Swift. Lindsay also gets the Math Award from Mrs. Rose, but she also gets a special award from me for her reading. She used to even stump me with a word or two in some of the books she used to come home. Mom, I don't know where you're getting them to, but some of the words in some of those books that this girl is reading used to make her teacher blush. So, for my grade ones, I'm going to give them a big round of applause. So I've been corrected. They said we're not grade ones, we're grade twos.
We're missing Nicholas today because Nick is living in Grand Falls for the summer. His dad is doing a course there. And Nick receives the Science Award this year for grade 3. He loves the great outdoors. And everything is a trike, a quad, a canoe, a skidoo, a boat, a motor, so it's a very appropriate award. So for my remaining 7, every child in grade 3-4 will receive. There will be yellow frisbees all over Burgeo this summer. It says, have a super summer. And also in there's also a picture of our whole class on a sort of like a bookmark, and that'd be a really nice memento, and a pencil. So Mr. Penn, you'll give these after, okay? The first award goes to Hilary Han, and Hilary has received the French award this year from Miss Windsor. And congratulations, Hilary. And the certificates and the diplomas, everything's in the envelope, to be as efficient as I can be. Andrew has received the music award this year from Mrs. Barter and Mrs. Dillard. This is an apt one for EJ because he has so much energy and just loves to be on the go. And from Mr. Fever, our Gazette Award this year goes to EJ. I have a number of really good readers, but there's one student who will read at any point in time, probably when he's supposed to be doing his written work, but he dearly loves to read. So my Reader Award goes to Brandon. I also have a student who loves to do things with her mom. She's very creative. And I imagine one day in Bonna Vista, there's going to be a beautiful craft store with Terry Lynn's things on the name of it. So Terry Lynn, you get our art award. Congratulations. Gavin Clother receives our Math Award, our Language Award, and he also tied with a grade 4 student for our Spelling Award. So congratulations, Gavin. And we also have one student transferred from Alberta, and I hope he's going to stay with us in September. And he moved up so much in his reading level that he went up almost 2 full grades. So our most improved student is Adrian. Congratulations, Adrian. Okay, my grade 3s, after I get a hug, can go, and then my grade 4s can come up, please. Who loves the great outdoors, the same as Nick, and he has a real keen interest in the environment, and I guess he gets that from his mom and dad. So our science award in grade 4 goes to Brady Mercer. Congratulations, Brady. We have a girl in grade 4 who dearly loves to dance and dearly loves to sing and has a real fine notes when she's doing her work with Mrs. Barter. So our music award is Cheyenne Piercy. We had a number of students who did really well in French this year. As a matter of fact, I'll announce when I give out their certificates and diplomas. But the highest in French this year goes to Christopher Skinner. Congratulations, Christopher. Our Gazette Award this year goes to our Messrs boy, Nicholas Ricketts. Congratulations, Nicholas. We also have a Gazette Award for the girls as well, because both excel. And Michelle also gets the Gazette Award for grade 4. Congratulations, Michelle. Oh, and I also forgot, she also had 85 and above in her French, so she also gets a French award. Congratulations again, Michelle. Our Religion Award goes to this particular boy, who I found always had a good knowledge of what we were talking about in religion, had a keen interest in it, and our Religion Award goes to Tyler. Congratulations, Tyler. There are some other students that are left as well, and in grade 4, it's a little different than primary. You honor those and acknowledge those who excel in the academics, because everybody excels in something. But because it's an institution of learning, we also honor those who excel in the academics. So therefore, we give out an award, sir. The most improved student in grade 4 this year is Sarah Mullins. Sarah also got a French award, which is 85 and above. And the reason why Sarah has received the most improved is that she has improved not only academically, but in her self-esteem, her confidence, her word level, all around well improved. So congratulations, Sarah, again. Takes a while because there's so much stuff up here. All right. Our top academic achievement award was a good race for it, I must say, but when everything was added up, the top academic achievement award along with the French Certificate of 85 and above. The Math Award and the Spelling Award goes to Alexandria Parsons. Congratulations, Alexandria. Our Student of the Year Award acknowledges academics as well, but it also acknowledges a well-rounded student. And our Student of the Year in grade 4 is Josh Pink. And I mentioned it was a good race for the academics, so we also acknowledge 2 other students who receive an Academic Performance Award. Carrie Tucker receives an Academic Performance Award along with her French Certificate of 85 and above. Congratulations, Carrie. And as well, Patty Ricketts also receives an Academic Performance Award. Congratulations, Patty. And I think the teacher in grade 4 or 5 is going to have a real run for his money, because now they know what all this means, and I got a feeling these hard workers are going to be even better hard workers. Congratulations, have a wonderful summer.
Okay, Matthew Ball. Dylan Bungie. Jade Cutler. Cameron Courtney. Caitlin Durnford. Keisha Fudge. Kelsey Grant. Kelsey, your certificate is different, but it means exactly the same. We just ran into the other stuff. Joshua Green. Christopher Hand. Curtis Ann. Emily Mead. Emma Porter. Jonah Skinner. Megan Thorne. And last but not least, Nicholas Tucker. Okay, the first awards I'm going to give out are French awards given to me by Miss Windsor. You had to have 85% average. Emma Porter. You got the names, sir? Jade Cutler. Caitlin Durnford. Dylan Bungie. And last but not least, Kelsey Grant. Congratulations on your good French work, guys. I have two awards for spelling. Those people with the most hundreds over the year. Emma Porter and Caitlin Durnford. This one is the reading award, and this is the language arts as well. I should have called it. It wasn't just reading, it was reading and story writing as well. That was Jade Cutler. And Jade also gets the social studies award from Mrs. Rose. Kelsey Grant is getting the ELF award. Congratulations, Kelsey. Perfect attendance, we only had one. I never thought of it doing honorable mention. But we have one who didn't miss a day, and that was Dylan Bungie. Congratulations. Dylan also got the math award. And now we're down to our plaques and scrolls. What do you want to call them? Our most improved student in grade 5 this year was a girl. It's Emily Mead. Emily worked so hard and did so much. Congratulations, Emily. Here's your certificate. Congratulations, Emily. Good work. work. Keep it up next year in grade 6. You can do it. Our top academic performance, our top academic student was Jade Cutler. And our student of the year, this person is also a girl. She had the second highest average and all-around helper and great student, and that's Caitlin Durnford. And we do have some academic excellent little trophies. Certainly one for Dylan Bungie. Good work all year. So very close. Chase them next year. Work hard, you can do it. And also Jonah. Jonah, despite all your non-listening, you still do really, really well. Buddy, if you challenge yourself, you can be top academic next year. You could. Work hard. And last but not least, Emma. Good work, Emma, all year. Okay, guys, we've had a good year. It's been a good run. Work hard in grade 6, and you can do it. Joey Compton. Robin Courtney, but his mother just told me he has his foot sprained, so I'll pass this along to her later. Brandon Day, and Brandon also gets perfect attendance. This boy loves school so much, he was there one day. He did go home for 1 hour, and after lunch came back again. Jordan Hand. Douglas Ireland. Blake McDonald, he gets an award or a certificate from Miss Windsor for 80 plus in French. He had the highest average in social studies and the highest average in science. Scott Porter, he also had 80 plus in French, and he had the highest average in English. Ryan Randall. Brian Sims. Dylan Tucker, he had 80 plus in French, as well as the highest average in math. Plaque for the most improved, and that was this year, Jordan Hand. He went from a 70 average first term to a 77 average this term. Good work, Jordan. With the grade 6s, their averages were done the same as what the high school was, because they get the same kind of report card. So the highest academic performance with highest average was Blake McDonald. The second highest academic average was Scott Porter. And the third highest average was Dylan Tucker. The student of the year goes to a person not necessarily with the highest average, but a person who did well, who works hard, has a good attitude towards school, towards work, and as an overall, really good person to get along with. And this year that goes to Brian Sims.
I have a gift that I want to give to a very special teacher, Mrs. Grant. This gift is from 24 students who were part of a very special program, the Reading Recovery. 2 of them being mine, I can honestly say it's the best thing that could have happened to them. You had a way with kids and a way of teaching that amazed me. I saw Joey and Melissa improve day by day, and I couldn't believe it. Yes, you were doing your job, but you were good at it. Every time you look at this gift, I want you to smile and know that you gave those 24 students the best gift ever, the gift to read. Thank you.
In the afternoon, the students from grade 7 to grade 12 received their report cards. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the students that were successful in their studies and hope that everyone have a safe and happy summer.
I know it too well, don't I? Yeah.
Brittany. Christina. Christopher. Tiffany is not in the right order. Not in the right order at all. Matthew.
Oh, there is Grace.
Glenn. Victoria. Melissa. Krista. Ellie.
Okay, Carol, we got 12 done. Look at this. Here, come on. Wicked. Looks good.
This concludes our program for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.